speaker. Um, he's the state and city chairperson. I mean, the state chairperson for Columbus, Ohio. He's a retired professional ball player who played with Ohio State, Portland Trailblazers, Indi- um, India, India, Indiana Pacers, the Houston Rockets, Chicago Bulls, Barcelona. He goes on and on. So, this man has been playing ball. And that says a lot because he is a team player. Um, he also has his own consulting company. So that means he works with money. That's powerful. And I've talked with him recently and before, and I'm telling you, he is such a gem. Um, he allowed me to have some of his time, and we talked about a lot of things, and you just never know. You just want to sit back and listen to what one has been through and experienced and take that all in, and that's what I do. I'm just a listener. So because somebody has experience like he does, I mean, I just sit and listen. There's nothing I could do, and I appreciated him for that. But by the way of Columbus, Ohio, chairperson, state chairperson, his name is Granville Waiters. Granville, are you on the call?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead and take the floor.
Well, thank you. Hostess with the mostest. It's Iris. I am, when you say excited, I'm right there with you. Even the more I get involved and the more I speak with people about this opportunity and this movement, I call it a movement because there's some other things going on as well. It just excites me because, again, as she mentioned, my past has been team-oriented and people working together. And I've continued to do that and want to see more of us coming together to make things happen. And we have an opportunity here to participate in a part of the system that has not necessarily been in our favor from an economic standpoint. And we now have an opportunity to take control and to have ownership in a part of that system. And that's in the world of banking with the Hebrew Federal Credit Union. So just excited with that opportunity, along with meeting other folks. And, of course, I keep an eye on the WhatsApp and that forum. And then, of course, meeting Iris. And then the next person I want to bring on the call that's going to do the presentation for us tonight. I've known this gentleman for a few years now. He's a leader when you talk about bringing folks together and making things happen, which he's done here. And just excited about, again, what I see that we can do together. So without further ado, I'd like to bring straight out of sunny Columbus, Ohio, Mr. Lamar Green. Are you there, Lamar? Okay, maybe he's still dealing with some technical difficulty. Lamar, are you there? Unmute your phone. And by the way, as we move forward, I don't know who's in control. Well, it says Lamar is the host, so he's probably trying to figure all that out. But definitely mute your phones if you're not speaking. And you can do that if you're on the phone. It's *6. And what I noticed today on the computer, which I am on, it said Alt-A. So it might be a little different. Plus, you have on a microphone on your computer that you can click on to mute it when you are not speaking. So just out of courtesy of the new people on the line today to want to get this very valuable information, please be respectful. And I think Lamar just joined us. Lamar, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right, we got you now.
Great. I don't know, like as soon as I was hearing your introduction, as soon as my internet just started bouncing all over the place, I'm like, oh no, what is going on? So I'm just hearing different chimes and chings as my internet, connect and disconnect. But guys, yeah, welcome to Sunday night's call. Appreciate you guys. Mr. Granville and also Ms. Iris Sellers for starting the call off. I appreciate you guys. But yes, we are definitely here on the right track on this path that we're on. I'm very, very excited, as you can hear, with the excitement that Iris and Granville had. We are all excited about this piece. And let me tell you the reason why. You like to hear it? Here it goes. So yeah, just to give you guys a quick background about, you know, myself and where we came from. I started network marketing, and just keep this in mind that this is not a network marketing piece. So I don't want you guys to think this is a network marketing piece, but I'm just telling you the journey where I came from and where we came from. About 2008, I started venturing off, you know, outside of the 9 to 5 arena. You know, before then, I did a lot of concerts, talent shows, clubs, ran my own business. But when I got in touch with, you know, the network marketing field, you know, I liked it. I liked the whole aspect of getting a community of folks together, and, you know, just like-minded people together, and just growing as one and winning. You know, that arena right there. When we talk about the network marketing arena, it has created over 1 million millionaires, and that's very, very powerful. So needless to say, coming fast forward to this, one of my friends out there in Vegas, you know, that told me about, you know, this opportunity right here, and everything just made sense. I said, you know, why wouldn't we want to be a part of, you know, a national Black-owned credit union? You know, everything has made sense. Show me the information. I said, you know what? I'm in, count me in. And here we are today, you know, locked and loaded with our CEO, the one and only Dr. Emil Coué. Thank him, and thank also Mr. Jimmy Katuta out there in Vegas, and his lovely wife, Crystal. So I want to thank you guys as well for also presenting this to us as well. So what we have here, I don't know, can you guys see my screen at all?
Yes, I see a picture of you. The presentation was up there.
Oh, it was up there? All right,
yeah,
let me get it back up. Let me try to see if I can get it back up there real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me know when you guys can see this. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
All right, great. Well, guys, here it is. This is what all the excitement is about. We have so many participants, you know, across the globe, particularly here in the United States, that's really going hard on this, that's really trying to make this possible. Well, let me just take a step back. We already making it possible. We already making the dream happen. This is something, you know, going into Black History Month. This is something that we, you know, as people back then never thought that something like this would even evolve. But here it is. You know, we have in our very first, you know, Black credit union, and we want to, you know, get away from the word Black. That's why it's called the Hebrew Federal Credit Union, the National Hebrew Federal Credit Union. So we are here already in over 100 cities and counties, and over 30 states as well. So there's still opportunity, you know, for you to take place in this. And what I'm gonna do is just pretty much, you know, go through this information, and I'm gonna keep these screens up as I go through, so you guys can also, you know, read along to see exactly what, you know, what we were about. But again, we are the National Hebrews Federal Credit Union, guys. So just keep that in mind as I go through these slides. Credit unions are not for profit, guys. They're a cooperative organization that exists to serve their members. And that's very, very powerful. The way that Dr. Quay got this set up is that it's gonna be member owned, guys. So that's very, very strong when you're talking about a piece that we can really come together and help, you know, others, you know, succeed. We're talking about we're going to be creating many jobs. You know, you thinking about how many kids out there coming through college, you know, that can tap into, you know, our credit union and start working, you know, a 9 to 5. You know, we're creating an opportunity for them to start, you know, $10 an hour job or whatever the case may be. And another thing is that as members, you know, that's the beauty about it. We are able to dictate how we want to run our credit union. So that's very, very strong. It's very, very powerful in what we got going on, guys. So let's go to the next slide here. Let me see if I can go to the next slide on this real quick. Did I just do one? Yeah, let me see, guys, 1 second. All right, here we go. Great, great. Moving right along. Yeah, so like I said, this is member owned. You are more than a member, you are a part owner. That's very, very strong. Once you become a part, as you can see the link that's above this. That's above this. Let me move this out the way as well. We got a lot of things in the way. Let me move this out the way. All right, so now you guys can see the link. That link right there is going to take you straight to our website where you can take a quick survey, because what we're trying to determine if we're going to need an ATM in your community or county, or if we're going to need a live branch. So once you go there, you want basically to share that website right there with any and everybody in your community, like-minded people, so that we can establish exactly what we're going to need in your community, guys. So it's very, very strong. Members are various communities who meet the membership fees requirements are part owners of our new credit union. It's just that simple. There's no hidden agendas about it. You know, you just pretty much just once you become a member, you're going to just pretty much just go over the bylaws and a couple other criteria you're going to see that's back there. There are some membership fee that's going to actually give you a seat on one of our positions in that county or state. So as we go through this, just keep that in mind. Let me see, this thing going slow. Hold on 1 second. Next slide. All right, now the focus of our new credit union is the well-being of our members, guys. So just keep that in mind. We are thinking about us first on far as like reducing fees, the savings rate, loan rate. So what we want to do once everyone do get once we do start our own branch or ATM, you know, we just basically just want our members to refinance with us. You know, we're offering lower interest rates on loans. We have a $30 billion overhead. I mean, not overhead, I'm sorry, but just access to money, you know, just to help our community, guys. That's very, very strong. We got $30 billion to set aside for that. So, of course, we're going to be able to say who and when or where we're going to be able to get these loans to. So that's very, very strong, guys. I'm trying to see if I can minimize the screen real quick. Hold on 1 second. I had the thumbnail. Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, next slide. So we know who we are, what bonds we share, and why we need this credit union now. It's very, very powerful. Again, members of the credit union share a common bond, also known as the credit union's field of membership. And this is what I'm talking about. You may be able to join based on your employer, family, geographic location, or membership in a group, guys. This is very, very strong. Many employers sponsor their own credit union. This is something that as a people, you know, that we basically going to get a lot further with. When I'm talking about whatever position that you may hold as far as, you know, chairman or secretary, whatever, guys, you're going to be able to pass those down to your next generation. So when you're talking about setting up your lifeline of 3 generations, this is something very, very powerful that you're going to be able to do. All right. So just keep that in mind. Line of membership. We are one community, one people. Community involvement, guys. We have the opportunity to socialize and participate in any institution designed to help our members bloom and achieve social, economic, and political equity, guys. So again, what it's basically saying is that we're going to be able to just direct our people on shared interests, for whatever means that they're going to be able to do financial education, outreach, the in-school credit union branches, small business needs, whatever your mind can say, hey, that's what I want to do. We're going to be able to get that done for you, because when you're building something in life, whatever it is, you're going to always build it 3 times. First you had that vision in your head. That's the first time it's built. You say, hey, I want to, we're talking about you're going to start your own business or whatever. It's built in your head first. And then the second time you're going to build it, it's going to be on paper. You're going to put that blueprint down on paper. And then the third, you're going to go out and get the finance to get it done and actually build it. So this is what we're about. When we say we are one community of one people, this is what we're going to do. So we focus on what is common to us. We all know. All right. Next slide. These are the current states that we're in right now. So if you see your state or you don't see your state, you definitely want to get back with the person who invited you to this call. We're in Maine, Rhode Island, Arizona, Georgia, Massachusetts, Alaska, Illinois, New York, Texas, Maryland, Virginia, DC, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Minnesota, Connecticut, Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, California, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Arkansas, guys. So these are the states that we plan to have branches in every city across our nation. The data collected on that website that you see above, that's going to help us determine if we're going to need an ATM or a live branch in that city or state, guys. So just keep in mind there's 30 seats per state, and there's also 30 seats per county. So you figure out how many counties is in each state, and taking them surveys, that's going to determine if we're going to put an ATM or a branch. And the beautiful thing is about it that Dr. Quay has everything already laid out, so you don't have to worry about building anything. The infrastructure already there, so that we can just have whatever it is that your state or county needs at that time. The founding member survey form collected these data. We're going to take what it does is it collects the names, shares, savings, membership fees, phones, email, addresses, guys. So this form is used to determine future locations of the ATM. So once you go to that website, this is the type of stuff that we're going to be collecting. This is what we need. Your information is going no further than that website. It's not like we're going to be selling your information to any third parties out there. It stays in-house with us. So definitely take that free survey so we can see exactly what we need in your city or state, guys. These are some of our projections on the cash, account holders on $1 million, $10 an hour, the weekly paycheck for $400 each, 52 weeks cash projections, guys. Account holders for $1 million, the weekly paychecks, deposits, 400, the total weekly deposits. This is when we're talking about getting employees and so on. 400, that's 400 billion. Ooh, total weekly, total deposits. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 400 million, I'm sorry. And then also 20 billion for the year, for the whole 52 weeks, guys. So simple projection for 1 million account holders who earn $10 per hour, guys, is 20.8 billion of cash that immediately leaves our community each and every year. It's very important based on the basic statistics for us to get these credit unions up and running as soon as possible. When you're talking about other cultures out there, you're talking about the Jewish community, you're talking about the Caucasian community, you're talking about other communities out there, their money, it stays in their community 3 to 4 times before even leave their community. So that's basically what we want to guide our communities to do. When you talking about the African American community, as soon as we get money, it's gone right out of our community. We're going to buy Gucci. We're going to buy, you know, pretty much real. We're going to buy anything, you know, outside of our community instead of trying to figure out how to put your dollars together to grow something inside of our community. You know, why can't we own our own gas stations? Why can't we own our own stores in our neighborhoods? Why can't we own our own malls? Why can't we have our own airlines, guys? Why can't we have our own schools? And this is basically what, you know, the Hebrews Federal Credit Union is on track to do. We are already preparing to launch March 31st. You know, we don't, it ain't about are we going to launch or if we're going to launch. We are already prepared to launch March 31st. So that's very, very powerful. Membership dues, when you talk about the membership, it's $1,000. That's if you want to be a part of the board. When I'm talking about the 30 or the 30-30, you're talking about the 30 seats on the state level or the 30 seats on the county level. And what's going to happen? You have right now. It is when we in January, so we still have two full months pretty much before our deadline. So make sure that you get check or money orders payable to NAHEB. Deposits are made at any Wells Fargo branch. Once you go to that survey, you're going to see the information where you're going to be able to exactly send whether it's going to ask for a membership fee or you're going to just be a member. Guys, it's okay, you know, just to be a member, you know, because we got the membership fees out the way already. So this ain't about money. You see that $1,000 up there, but it's not really about money. It's about the members. We're looking for members, guys. So because members are going to make this thing work. So that's very, very important when you come to this. So again, deposit made at any Wells Fargo branch. Account number, you guys see that on the on the screen. If you're on the phone, the account number is to Wells Fargo is 929-0406-223. That's 929-0406-223. And also the Cash App at the money sign NAHEB1. And if you got any questions whatsoever, you know, you can WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 202-854-1820. The number again is 202-854-1820. Write your name and phone number down on your receipt and send a copy to the finance at NAHEB.org, guys. That's finance at NAHEB.org. So that's very, very strong, guys. What we got going on. Let me see. Next screen, did I go backwards? Okay, projections, operating costs, guys. Operating costs about $600,000. It's $1,000 per member, 600 members, guys. So that's basically, you know, how much the operating cost will be for one particular branch, which is nothing, you know. So we're looking for people to open up, have savings accounts, checking accounts, affordable loan rates from home mortgage loans for all occasions. We're talking about once you come aboard, once you get your membership with our credit union, we're talking about car loans, moving your car loans over to us, moving your home improvement loans, home equity loans, boat loans, motorcycle loans, personal signature loans, college consolidation loans, whatever it may be, we're going to service that. That's very, very strong. What we got going on. So again, keep that in mind, guys. HFCU will offer all products and services offered by big banks in the United States. So the same thing that they're going to be offering, we're going to be offering as well. And again, like I said, just keep that in mind that you're going to be keeping our dollars in our community a lot longer, and that's very, very strong. So let me move to the next slide for you. So the projections, income and benefits, account holders 1 million. You're talking about you got 1 million account holders and just one car loan. Talking about 5,000 used cars, 3% rate for 5 years. These are the numbers for each account number. You're talking about used cars, purchase finance, 5,000 total used car loans at what's that? 5 billion. That's 5 billion. Interest income for 5 years at 3% interest rate. That's $391 million, guys. For interest income for 1 year at 3%. This is 78, and these are the numbers that our shareholders are going to be splitting, guys. So it's very, very strong when you're trying to figure out, exactly what we're going to be getting paid on the back end, versus, on the front. So that $1,000 is really nothing. It's a real low membership fee. I mean, just to be a part of our first national Black credit union across the globe, and we're also going to be moving it into other countries as well. This is just the begin of what we got going on. So this is very, very strong. So just keep that in mind. Let's see where we at. Again, projection incomes on account holders, 1 million, one home, the same thing. We're just going over for the mortgage, guys. So just, you take a look at them numbers, the same thing we're talking about, that we're going to be able to participate in and actually be getting paid from on the back end. That's going to be inside of our community for our loan, for our shareholders, and for our seats that we have available in your state or your county. I'm talking about those 30/30s. So definitely you want to keep that in mind when you want to think about that $1,000. Hey, is it worth it or is it not worth it? Well, these are just some examples that we are sharing with you to show you exactly what we project for your county or your state, guys. So these type of numbers, this is based off of mortgage right here. All right. This is Zillow mortgage calculator, guys. So you feel free to go to Zillow. They have a free calculator on there where you can pretty much calculate your mortgage on there and show you the percentage, for your years or for the 30 years or whatever. Go there. Feel free to go there and just do whatever your fixed rate is for your home. You'll be able to go there and get your interest rate and all that type of stuff. Benefits of a membership. Your $1,000 membership comes with many benefits. Equal voting rights at your local board meetings. That's very, very powerful, guys. So when you're talking about, if you want to make a change, in your credit union, if you don't see what's fit or you think something that can be done better, this is where that $1,000 come in. You're going to be able to sit down and talk to your local board meeting quarterly or yearly dividends and many other privileges that's going to be also available to us. Interest income, the loan interest, the non-interest income, minimum balance maintenance, NSF, courtesy pay, all that type of stuff, stop payment, all those type of surcharges as well is going to be also included. And the other income, unconsolidated income, debit, credit, and prepaid card interchange income, all that stuff is going to be tied to our benefits, guys. When I talk about our benefits, this is the benefits of being a member. So you talking about longevity, you're talking about making a difference for you and your family. This is somewhere you want to be at. But if you're talking about like if you think this is fast money, like network marketing or anything like that, this is not that fast money. But this is that foundation money that's going to definitely set your generations to come, not even to come, but your generations now, giving a good foundation, financial foundation. You're going to be able to change your genealogy, financial structure of your family tree. So it's very, very powerful, guys. You can try and figure out why, like if this is you, why you? Yeah, you're on this call. You're in the right place. You heard the right information. So it's up to you to make a solid decision on what you want to do Other people don't get this opportunity to be at the beginning of something. Now you guys are at the beginning of, like, say, Facebook. You guys are at the beginning of Google. You guys are at the beginning of, what's another one out there? MySpace or Twitter, IG. You at the beginning of that. He was in that same room with Mark Zuckerberg when he said, "Hey, I got an idea to connect just people from their schools, which may be only like." He had an idea just to connect, this high school classmates, alumni together, guys. Why did it grow to, him getting over 800 million people per day that visit Facebook? So those numbers are strong. Over 800 million. Now he's a billionaire because he had a vision of once starting something with not even knowing how big it was going to get. So we're in the same position. So when we talk about this little $1,000 membership that can be paid in increments all the way up to March 31st, do you want to position yourself? Where do you want to be at? That's very, very strong, guys. Have you seen in previous slides? HFCU will have many sources of income. Here we are only reference income from car loans and mortgage from a period of 1 year. This is a period of 1 year. So you're talking about the car loans income for 1 year. You're looking at 78 million. Mortgage income for 1 year at a 4% interest rate. You're looking at $2 billion. And non-interest income, $10 fees. That's another 10 million. So we're talking about over $2 billion. It's going to be able to be split up amongst the members. So that's very, very strong, guys. So keep that in mind. So right now, before we take your questions, please get a copy of the free survey. And if you don't have that pen or paper already ready, you can go to the www.hfcu.com. That's www.proposehfcu for Hebrew Federal Credit Union, guys.com. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this call back over to Ms. Iris Sellers, and we're going to go from there. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you for that, Lamar Green. Listen, you guys, everything that Mr. Green talked about tonight is very powerful. And I just want to add a little bit to it, not taking away from what he just said, because I can't. It was on the projector. And I'm just coming in on this call for the host, knowing I was doing this just today. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. Like I said, by the way of Charlotte, North Carolina, I am chairperson for the county. And I'm also a trader. I trade Forex, which is currency. And what I've learned is a lot that nobody else knows. And what I mean by that is that not only do we have an opportunity with this credit union, Federal Credit Union, but you guys just don't know what they do with our money, okay? So if you have an ATM, you can go to your ATM and take out money, and it's like $600 for the day, and that's just it. If you have a IRA, if you have a CD, if you have a savings account, if you have an overdraft fee, they take that money away from you if you have an overdraft fee. If you have a where they penalize you for taking it out, I forget the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But if you have those things, all of that money is put into one pot from their branch, and they trade it. They trade your money. So while you're suffering, while you're worried about where your money is going, and you got to pay this fee, and a lot of people have literally gone insane because the banks take their money from them, and they do what they want. They live good, they eat good, everything about them looks good. You know, we see it on TV, and we just watch why they use our money that we work for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and then we have to do it all over again. So, you know, we don't get a piece of that pie, you know. And with me being a trader and me seeing what they do, like I said, if you have an ATM and you go take out $600 and that's it for the day, the reason why is because when they're done, the broker is using your money to trade it, doing the same thing I do. They trade your money. If you have a settlement, and I don't know how many people on this phone have had a settlement, you know, they come talk to you, you know, they court you. They send papers, just like a lawyer would if you had an accident. They will court you. Hey, let me talk to you about investing your money. And the reason why they do that is because they want to reinvest it and give you a small percentage of it. And we don't know where our money goes. 9 times out of 10, if you ask somebody who they invested with, they'll tell you, I don't know. How long ago was it? Well, I don't know. It's probably a year ago. Well, how much did you make? I don't know. Nobody knows because they're trading your money. They've invested it. They're making money off of it. You're not making money off of it. They give you a little bit at a time. So what I'm trying to say to you is that if you knew the back end of what they're doing with our money, you wouldn't just be sitting there allowing them to put you through the stress, the breakdowns, and all these things. You know, our kids deserve a place where they can go play at, some help with, you know, finding out where they're going to eat at night, and, you know, not worry about the electric being turned off, only eating meals at schools, and being able to give somebody to give them advice to where, you know, how life is going to be or where it's at. You know, they deserve that, you know. And it's not fair to them to grow up like we did without knowing. So I think, and I appreciate Dr. Quay for, you know, putting this out there for the masses, because I trade and I try and help whoever I can, you know, by what it is that I do. So at the end of the day, if you are becoming a chairperson, you know, it's nothing, because when Bitcoin came out and I didn't get into it, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. That's not something. I'm a trader. I don't want into that. And it was only like maybe $100. Epic fail, because a year later, whoever got into it, it was $1 billion. They made millions off of pennies. And I was sick to my stomach because I ignored it. So when I found out about this opportunity from Mr. Green, I said, there is no way that I'm not jumping into this opportunity. So, you know, with you being a chairperson, like Mr. Green said, it is separate. You can become a member. If you don't want to be involved with being a chairperson, if you think that's too much responsibility, then that's fine. Become a member. You know, also share about being a member. Don't keep this to yourself. Just because you don't want to be a member doesn't mean someone else doesn't want to be a member. Again, if you want to be a chairperson, that's fine. You have 2 months to become a chairperson. You can get that $1,000 up by any means necessary. And guess what? You'll be covered. Generational wealth. Okay? If something happens to you, Lord forbids, but if anything happens to you, guess what? Your kid will take your spot. Their kids will take their spot. So that's what generational wealth is. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create generational wealth. Also, put all of this up in our communities. I know you guys have to be sick of watching these people around us grow things. I was just taking a drive with my daughter, and it wasn't too far, but I was just looking at the big fields with one house sitting in the middle of it. And I'm just like, wow. Going farther, you see the warehouses. So I'm just like, this is what's going on. They're using in their production and sending it into the city while they sit pretty in the in the country. And I'm like, you have people that's in apartments that's 4 or 5 to 2 bedrooms and houses that just look like they want to fall apart. And here we are sitting here trying to figure out how can we get ahead. So if everybody that's on this phone, anybody listening to what I'm saying to you, is that you have in the beginning, just like he said, to be a part of something that's about to be huge and helpful. to the masses for our people. And that's what the chairperson is about. The chairperson, of course, is special. I think so because I'm a chairperson. But, you know, we have our own meetings. We get to collectively talk about each branch. And I would like a branch in my city because I want to be behind. I want to know what's going on. You know, a lot of us don't know what's going on. We don't know where our money is going. We never know because nobody will allow us to get that far. You know why? Because they're scared. And when they're scared, the reason why they're scared is because there's no stopping us. There is no stopping us. So I want to know what's going on. I want a branch. In order for you to have a branch, you have to get those surveys out. So I got to hit the pavement. I'm in Charlotte. I'm going to have to go and hit the pavement. So a lot of people might have churches. And a lot of people might have people that they know, word of mouth. A lot of people might have seminars and things like that. Any way you can get the word out about being a member is very important. And I think it's up to 3,000 surveys that you need in. If you have to help them fill it out by phone, computer, or on paper, then do so. You know, a lot of people don't know how to. Make sure they fill that out so that they can get it back in and that survey can be submitted, because if it's not filled out properly, it's not in void. We can't use it. So a lot of people who want to be chairpersons, yes, we have different ways for you to fill out, send your money in. You can send it in increments or all at one time. It's a one-time fee. Everybody straight across the board has to pay that one-time fee. No more fees after that. But you guys, I just wanted you to know how powerful this is. And I want you to be able to come in and see how things are ran. You probably would be disgusted at all this time because I'm old right now. And if I would have known this stuff ahead of time, just like trading Forex, if I would have known that ahead of time, then I think I would be in a way bigger and better place than I am now. Just being able to know how money works, how it fluctuates, where it goes, who has it, what they're doing with it. And I didn't get any of it at the time. And it's always been there. So that's the reason why I love that this is being put together. And guess what? I get to help the masses. I get to help communities. I get to help these kids. You don't know how many people I teach the trade and they take it back to college with them and they get to use it. So that's what this credit union is about. You know, us having our own, being able to control our own, being able to see where our money goes, you know, keeping it circulating in our communities. And I'm a part of it. I'm not going to say I'm going to be a part of it, but I'm a part of it. So that's why we're on the phone tonight. And I just want all you guys to know that. So right now, we're going to take some questions if you have any. So if you can unmute your phone, then you can ask Mr. Green or Mr. Waiters questions that you may have. Thank you.
All righty, appreciate it, Ms. Iris Sellers. Yes.
We have 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So anyone?
Yeah, we definitely open up this floor for any questions that you may have. So we try to get those answered for you. But while you unmute your phone right now, we want to give a special shout out to our Nevada team.
Yeah.
And his lovely wife Crystal out there. They met with Danny Glover on today. So give a shout out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're talking to him about this opportunity. Also our Chicago team. Shouts out to you guys out there. I know you guys had an event out there as well. And also down there in Dallas, where our first local branch is going to be at. So huge shout out to you guys. And also we're going to be having a event here in Columbus, Ohio, February 22nd. So if you got anybody in this area within 2 hours away, you definitely want to let them know February 22nd, get that information so they can get out here too. We're going to have the fabulous Dr. Quay going to be out here blessing the stage as well. So yeah, so do anybody have any questions so far?
Yes. Can you hear me? My name's Keith Wilhite. Can you hear me?
How you doing, Keith?
I'm doing good. Just a few questions. When you start talking about banking and you use the example of 4% interest rate on your loans. Now, I used to be a mortgage broker. And if you did not qualify, you have to have at least a 620 credit score up to 680 before you get a conventional loan. When you get that loan, if you have a 620 to 680, they have this thing called premium mortgage insurance that you have to pay in addition to your regular mortgage payments, which is guaranteed by the federal government. Are we going to be having those additional fees on your mortgage rates?
You know what? That I cannot answer for sure, but you can definitely ask Dr. Quay, because I know
Absolutely.
that, but we have our in-house financing that's going to be available, at lower interest rates, and I don't know exactly how it's going to work, as far as their credit score goes, but Iris, you can share our.
Well, I can share the phone number with you, but I also wanted to say, with us being members and not just having account numbers, that's the difference in the beauty with a credit union, as you should know. So if you are a member, and I'm not saying this is how it's going to go, but I'm saying to you, if you are a member and just not an account number, and that means your family. So our family is going to look out for our best interests. And
Mhm.
go ahead. Who's on the line? Yeah, introduce yourself.
I am Judith Fang. I'm the North Carolina Deputy State Chair.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I did work in mortgage as well. So one of the things with the mortgage industry, and as Iris pointed out, because we are a credit union, we would actually sit down and make the decisions. The plan for this credit union is not to necessarily disqualify people when they don't qualify to have a mortgage. So we would work with them. We would see them through. Our finance teams are going to make sure that they create programs that are actually helping the community to get better at their finances, as opposed to just operating like a regular bank and deny people mortgages. So in addition to having low mortgage interest rates, we would work with those clients and those customers and those members, because they're family, to ensure that they are on the right track. Usually that insurance, the premium insurance you talked about, it is when the loan to value on a home is much higher than 80%. So if you pay down in the mortgage territory, regardless of what their credit score is, if the loan to value is higher than 80%, then they'll tag on this fee. Some banks don't take off this fee even after the mortgage balance is under 80% of the value of the home. But we are going to structure programs that are much better for our participants to stay financially wealthy and healthy, as opposed to just operating like the regular banks.
Okay.
So just wanted to add that.
This is
Thank
Keith again.
you.
One more question, and I'll let you guys go. When you deal in the banking industry, how banks make money is through charging your fees with overdraft fees, short check fees, things of this nature. Are we going to be waiving those fees when people are not paying attention to their checking account or overdraft fees? I'm just kind of baffled on how we're going to make money here.
Okay, so that's a very great question. So as credit unions, as you know, are not for profit. So any dividends, any money, any interest, any profit goes right back to its members. So yes, we will have some of those fees. As any institution on the planet, we will need to make sure that we're not operating for loss. We have to make sure we can make some revenue. But if we're building our customer base to learn more about their financing, one of the big things that we want to note here is we want to instill confidence in clients and members to ensure that we can attract business. And by attracting business, I mean, we want to get as many people as possible to come get loans from us so that they can pay our minimal loan rates that they have in all areas. If we do have the unfortunate circumstances where some people are late and paying all those fees, our late fees will not be as exorbitant as the banking industry. So we're still going to be working like a regular business, but we're going to try to make sure that we make the business better for our clients. So we're building their financial savvy as opposed to punishing them for not knowing what it is they need to be doing. So we'll have other areas where we need to make money. We want to make sure we encourage more people, because the more deposits you get, the more money you make, instead of going after fees and losing members.
Yes, that sounds good, but sometimes people bounce checks and use the banks, the credit union's money for a 2-week period, 3-week period. And then when they put their check back into the bank, you know, they're wondering why they're getting charged all these fees.
Agreed.
But I really do appreciate where we're headed with this. And I'm definitely going to be a member. There's no question about that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you for your answers.
Wow, thank you, Miss Deputy. Oh, where have you been?
I'm Judith. The North Carolina Deputy Chair. I've been on the calls, but Dr. Quay has been answering the questions really well, so I step in on.
Thank you so much. Is there anyone else out there?
Hello.
Yes. Caller, say your
Hi.
name and where you're from.
Hi, good night. My name is Beverly Daniels. I'm the Deputy Chair for the New Jersey.
All right. Deputy Chair.
Yes, and I've been listening to the call. Thank you guys. This is awesome. I've been excited from the time that I heard about this organization and what it's about to do and what we're about to do. And I don't have a question, but I do want to share something with everyone on this call. And I would like you guys to think about this and know that this is something new for us right now. So this is something that has been done before and it was successful. So we need to think about the success. We need to know that we are the founders and that we can implement and change. And, you know, we have a lot of knowledgeable people here, so we can put things into perspective and into play that we've seen played out before as customers of various big banks, as people who have seen people go under. So my perspective from this, and one of the reasons I'm really interested in this, is that if we look at our history, in the 20s, in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, Hebrew people in America kept their monies in their community. Black Wall Street, look at everything that they were able to do. They owned their own planes. The U.S. government used businessmen to go into Africa and to basically speak on behalf of the American government because the African people didn't trust them at that time. So if they could have done it in the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s, we can more than do it now. There is a lot of us who are economically stable and we're on the boards. We have the ideas. We know what we're doing, and we can move forward. So yes, there are going to be glitches along the way, but as with everything, there will be ups and there will be downs. So let's focus on what we can do, what we can change. Let's look at how we can use these funds to make our communities better, how we can use these funds to have a seat at the table. Because guess what? Without money, without the power to do what we need to do, we don't have a voice. So this is one way for us to empower ourselves, and we all need to be able to move forward and research what we need to and come to the table with ideas and come to the table knowing that we're building a better and stronger future for ourselves and our generations to come. So I implore everyone on this call, yes, there will be the ups and downs, but we're looking forward to making sure that this is a success. And the way that it is a success is that we have to work hard at it. We have to make sure that we do better because that's what we want. And if we're looking at where the big organizations are and what they're doing and we don't like it, then the only way to change it is by us putting our money where our mouth is, because our money is powerful. If we stop spending it or invested it in the wrong places and put it where we need to put it, we are powerful Hebrews, and we can continue to grow and build.
Wow, thank you so much, Deputy from New Jersey.
And what was your name again?
My name is Beverly Daniels.
Okay. Thank
Ms.
you,
Daniels.
Beverly Daniels.
Thank you so much. And also, thank you, Charlotte, North Carolina, Deputy. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this phone call. We will have another phone call next week, Sunday, same time. If you could, please, and I would appreciate it if you would invite other callers to Zoom in and just listen to what it is that what we have going on. Because like I said, this is powerful. This is phenomenal. This is for our people. And we already know it's going to happen. It's just like my charts. With me being in front of them or not, it's still going to be moving and people are still going to be making money. And it's the same thing with this. We're still going forward. So I would appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you people who got on this phone tonight, that if you could just forward the message throughout your social media, your phones, text messages, and beyond. And guess what? I love you guys all for free, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'll see you guys next phone call, and everybody have a great evening. Good night.
And also, if they got any further questions, they can reach the number
202-854-1820. Again, the number is 202-854-1820. And if you want to go to the website, it is proposed HFCU.com. Again, proposed PROPOSED FCU.com.
All right, thank you guys. You guys have a good night. Thank you, Keith, for your question. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Deputy out there in New Jersey. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Granville Waiters. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great
Good
job,
night.
Lamar. Great job, Iris. And thank you, everyone.
I always see you, James Whitfield. My man, I see you on everything.
Hey, what's up now? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of their busy schedule. Tony Hunt, I see you, my man. Francis, Sonia, Nicholas, Shepard, I see you guys. I see you.
All right now.
Angela's iPhone, I see you. Thank you guys for jumping on every Sunday. Thank you. Mary, I see you too. I see you. All right, guys, you have a good one.
All right, you too, Lamar.
All right, thank you.
Good night.